Hello once again, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to continue on looking at the grade 7 Gauss from the year 2000. Okay? We just did question 1 on the last video. We started off the contest. It was great. Now let's look at question number 2. Alright, question number 2 says, in 1998, the population of Canada was 30.3 million. I wonder if that's true. It probably is. They like occasionally using real-world facts. Which number is the same as 30.3 million? Okay. So there's a different numerical expression. So actually, just like the last question, question number 1, we're asked sort of how much do we know the decimal system that we use to write out and talk about numbers. Okay, so both of these questions are testing that sort of thing. So if you're still unfamiliar with the decimal system, this is a great time to brush up on it. These two questions should really highlight whether or not that's a weakness for you. Okay. So just like the last question, there's actually 2 ways to do this. One, if you know the decimal system, you can start to figure these out. And I will write out what each of these numbers is in in words. But another way to do that is to grab your calculator again. Okay, so you can grab your calculator. We're talking about 30.3 million. 30.3, and multiply that by a million. Okay. Now a million is a much easier number to remember how it's written. A million is just 1 followed by 6 zeros. So times 1 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. Okay. 30.3 times a million should be 30.3 million. Okay. And when we press enter, we get a nice written decimal expansion that we can use. Handy dandy calculator. And all we have to do is compare that to the numbers that we see. So I'm getting 303, then followed by 5 zeros. Well, do any of these have that? 303 followed by 5 zeros. 303 followed by 5 zeros. So using my calculator, I could say that the answer is A. Now, suppose I didn't want to use my calculator. I wanted to rely on my knowledge of exactly what these numbers represent, what the decimal system works with. What I would do is I would sit there and I would say, okay, how would I say each of these numbers? Okay. So, for example, this one here, C, is 30,300. So that's not anywhere close to 30 million. Okay. So we're looking for one that's close to me saying 30 million. And then I should get 30.3 million. Is that one. So A is 30 million. And then 300,000. What is B when I actually write out the words? Okay, B is 303 million. $303 million. C, I think I just remarked, is 30,000. $300. How about D? What's D? 303,000. I'll show you how I'm doing these in just a moment. $303,000. And E part, what do we got here? Thousands, millions, billions, 30 billion, 300 million. Okay? So this is the only one even close to 30.3 million. It's 30 million and then 300,000. So we're looking for something close to about equal to 30 million. So A is clearly the only choice. It's the only one that starts off 30 million. The others are 300 million or 30,000 or 300,000 or 30 billion. The only one that's even close to 30 million, or the only one that's close to 30.3 million is the 30,300,000. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the decimal system, the contests are not where I'm going to be teaching. Maybe I'll do some other video on the decimal system, but we group by threes. And so let's come up with a number here. How did I get that 30,300,000? So group by threes. So these are the thousands. These are the millions. These don't have a name. These are the billions. And then we'd have trillions and quadrillions, and you can keep going, quintillions, sexillions, septillions, I believe are the terms. So when I want to say this, I just read out each part, each group of three from left to right. So how many billions do I have? I have 30 billions. 300 millions. I have 0,000, so I don't say anything. And I have 0 of, I guess these might be called the units, but we don't say anything. These are just the hundreds and the tens and the ones. Okay. So if we wanted to look at another number, I could say 6097420. Don't have a name. Thousands. Let's put a 5 up here. And I would group the next set of 3 as millions. So this would be 56 million. 97 is what we have here. So 56,097,420 is how I'd write that out. So that's just your little primer if you're still not familiar with how to convert saying numbers and writing them down. All in all, I would just use the calculator for this one. 30.3 millions is 30.3 times 1 million. I would say that's about as straightforward as it gets. But either way, we have a part. And I guess both of these last two, this video and the last one, I've actually been talking a lot about how the decimal system works, which is something you should hopefully know by now. But if you don't, these videos can give you a little primer. And if you're struggling with these two questions, that's okay. There are online resources that can certainly help you better understand the decimal system. Question number 3 looks like it'll involve a little bit of decimal system, but it looks like it'll just be a straightforward calculator calculation. Either way, we'll do question 3 in the next video, so hopefully you'll join me, and I'll see you then.